Little icy. Good thing I got. Whoa. All the busy bees are off to work today. Not I. I am off, so we're gonna head to the mountains. We've had some snow starting to melt as the sun's getting warmer. We are going to take a hike today up to the Royal Arch. It's over a mile, but it's pretty cool. And I thought I'd do something different. They kind of break my momentum. I've been having some issues this past week that I'll get into here in a minute. Royal Arch, that's where we're going. Somebody lost a glove. Oh well. So I believe we are at the halfway point on the hike up to the Royal Arch. We have to go up, and we just came down from there. I don't know if you can make out the steps of stones underneath the snow, but it is just gorgeous. It is just gorgeous out here. So, quick hit of water. Catch my breath, and up we go. Little icy. Good thing I got. Whoa! Good thing I got my hiking boots. I wouldn't want to make this in sneakers. I'll be honest with you. This trail to the Royal Arch is not marked with a lot of signage, so you gotta pay attention to where you're going. Otherwise you may think that you've strayed away from the trail. It's a 1.1 mile hike, I guess, from the bottom, but it feels like 10 miles. Just when I was thinking that, geez, when am I going to get there? Can you see it? Can you see it? We're almost there. So we did it. The Royal Arch is behind me, and it's all its glory. And what a view. So this past week was pretty rough, I gotta be honest with you. We had snow earlier in the week, as you could see. A few inches was gone by late afternoon once the sun came out. But I locked my keys in my car again. It was 5 a.m. The snow and rain was coming down. It was very slushy. It was about 35 degrees. Wind wasn't blowing too hard, but it was still chilly and miserable. So I started my car to warm it up, jumped out to scrape the windows, and the wind kind of came up and shut my door and locked me out again with my phone in the car. My phone in the car! So I had to walk about, I don't know, 3-4 blocks to a gas station. That's 24 hours. Cool people in there. They Googled a locksmith for me, 24 hours, gave me their phone, and called this dude up, and he said he'd be there about a half hour. So I walked back to my apartment complex, waiting by the car, actually waiting by the entrance to the apartment complex so I could flag him down. Oh, about an hour and 10 minutes later, I walked back to the gas station and used their phone again to call somebody else because this dude never showed up. And when I walked in, they go, "Hey, we're glad you came back because the locksmith called back," because I called on their phone. And I wanted to know exactly where were you at again? So anyway, he left his phone number. I called. He didn't answer. There's a chipmunk coming looking for food, I guess. So as I was saying before the chipmunk interrupted me, I called him back and he said, "Where are you at again?" So I said, "Just come meet me at the gas station." So about a half hour later he got there. So it's been about 2 hours now. And we get in his vehicle. I drive him to where my car's at, just down the street in the parking lot of my apartment complex. And it takes him 5 minutes to put some pillowy type device that he pumps with his hand, which fills up and gives him enough space to clear I don't know, some kind of pole he had with a hook on the end and a little rubber knob, and he hit my unlock button and let me in. $150, gave him $10 tip because that's all I had, and went on to work. So I was about 4 hours late for work. Not too bad. They're very forgiving. Very forgiving. I work with some cool people. I had to listen to a lot of ridicule all day on the job of why I was late, but I have to take it because that's twice now. That's twice now I've locked myself out of my car. I have no excuses. Dumb. Multiple factors of causation. The past 10 days has been a pain in the butt, but you got to keep moving forward, right? So another thing that I do as I've gotten older is I take supplements. Again, I'm fighting Mother Nature all the way. I know I'm not going to live forever, and I don't want to. I know that I'm going to get old, but you really don't think about it until you get in your late 40s. At least that's when it really, really hit me. When I turned 50, it wasn't really that big a deal, but it was to other people, especially younger people. Let's take a look at some of the supplements that I take. Weather's too nice to pass up. I had to go for a quick bike ride. Okay, we'll talk about supplements. I'm going to do it in a room with better lighting, and the audio should be better, okay? Again, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm not even going to show you the brands that I take because I don't want to endorse or anything. I take the products that I do for a reason. I've been taking them for years. Yes, I did change my diet up a little bit, or quite a lot, I should say, in the last 10 years. But these supplements have been a part of it as well. And I'm not going to show you, as I mentioned, the brands, but I do recommend the websites pubmed.gov. And a lot of research on there on a lot of these things we're going to be talking about. So I take 2 spices. I take garlic and turmeric, and plenty of research out there on the heart health benefits of taking those 2 together. I had rheumatic fever as a child and a heart murmur, a slight heart murmur. Doctors say they can't hear it now. So that's why I'm concerned about the heart. It's the most important muscle in our body. I do not, luckily, have heart disease histories on either side of my families, but I'm still concerned about heart health, so I take garlic and turmeric daily. Vitamins. I do not take a multivitamin, but I do take these 2 vitamins every day, vitamin C and vitamin D3. And the version of vitamin D3 I've read that we should be taking is the cholecalciferol. I'm probably butchering that. Vitamin D3 because we get it from the sun, but in the winter months, we don't get any. So you have to supplement. A lot of good research out there on vitamin D3, nothing new, okay? Vitamin C, nothing new there. We don't create it ourselves. We have to get it from food or other sources. So I supplement with vitamin C, and I recommend the website, the Vitamin C Foundation. .com or .org. and the books by Dr. Thomas Levy on vitamin C. And he references all the other doctors that have done research in the past decades on vitamin C and why we need a lot more than what is suggested. I also take ubiquinol and astaxanthin. You may not have heard of astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is good for joint health and muscle recovery. I like to work out, and sometimes I may overdo it at my age. So I take astaxanthin. I've been taking it for years. There's all kinds of other things you can find out about astaxanthin on your own. Do your own research. Ubiquinol is good for the heart. Also, energy. And I'm not sure if it's if it affects your cells now. I haven't looked up the health benefits of ubiquinol in a while because I've been taking it for 10 years. But on PubMed.gov, you can see some research done where they've taken some elite athletes and given them ubiquinol for a few weeks at a certain dosage, I don't remember which, and they improved their performance with ubiquinol. And the complete studies are on there. They don't make for great entertainment because it's all scientific papers, so just to let you know. So the other two things I just added to my supplementation. I just started in January of this year of 2017. I recommend the website foundmyfitness.com. It's run by Dr. Rhonda Patrick, who is a PhD, not an MD, but she does a lot of research and she's done a lot of work on nutrition and what's new and exciting in the health world of supplements and other things too. And I recommend her website. I heard about these two items through her, and they've been out for a couple of years now, but are just now starting to get some news coverage on their health benefits. And Dr. Rhonda Patrick pushes broccoli sprouts as the best way to get sulforaphane. I hope I'm saying that right. And the health benefits of that. And I'll let you do your own research on that. But I take the pill form because I'm lazy. I don't want to grow my own broccoli sprouts, which is probably the better way to do it. But I take sulforaphane every day for its benefits. The other thing I learned from Dr. Rhonda Patrick on her website and during her interviews is about NR. And this is going to be a real tongue twister, so I'll try not to butcher it. I'm not sure I'm saying it right, but it's nicotinamide riboside. All I know is it's a precursor to vitamin B3, and they've done a lot of trials and experiments on mice with dosage of NR, which is easier to say, and they've had some good results. And I believe they're trying to do some clinical trials on humans to see if the same benefits will cross over to the human being, but we'll see. Don't believe the hype on the websites that are trying to sell you the product. They'll talk about the new fountain of youth has been found and it's nicotinamide riboside. I don't buy all of that. I just want to be as healthy as I can as I get older. And I got one more thing I want to talk to you about. It's back in the kitchen. These are chia seeds. Make all the jokes you want. Chia seeds are very healthy for you. They were a big part of the Inca and Maya culture back in the day. You can do research on that. They're inexpensive and they're pretty much tasteless. They will stick to your teeth, so if you're not a flosser, you will become one. But I recommend chia seeds to get some natural nutrients into your system. You can put it on anything because it doesn't really have a taste, so it doesn't take away from the taste of your favorite foods. It can be a little messy. They do roll around and get all over the place. And you can even put them and soak them in water, which I've done here. And they become, this is a couple hours, by the way, and they create a gel. Can you see that? And it's another way to get it into your body. Again, pretty much tasteless. The gel feels good on your throat when you're thirsty. I just came back from a bike ride, so this tastes pretty good. And I think they called it chia fresca, the Mayans and the Incas did. But they really love chia seeds and its health benefits. So it's not that costly, and again, pretty much tasteless. So thanks for watching, and I really appreciate the views, and we'll talk to you next time.